These aren't the actual root ball sizes. They're a lot bigger, but most of it's rotted out, so I got to change them out. Leftover pumpkins. I'm not going to have too many vines this year. They would clog up the system with the roots. I was going to start emptying these buckets out of the perlite, but I think I'll do that later, because then I'll sift it of all the roots, and there's nylon bags in there. The paint strainers to keep the roots in, mostly. So it works pretty well, but the squash, it won't. It'll just go right through it. And actually some of the tomatoes too, and then we'll clog up those little drains. But the bags allow me to like adjust the perlite so that, you know, I can unclog the drain without having to rip the whole plant apart or take the bucket all out. So that's useful stuff. And they're reusable. And I'll reuse most of the perlite. So the weather doesn't look like it's going to cooperate with me, so I'll do that later. And on another note, I'm collecting all the tomatoes, the plants. And I'm going to just throw those in compost. I'm not going to throw them in my yard or on my ground for compost. I'm just going to throw them in the city composter because it could have the virus in it that goes in the soil, but it doesn't seem to affect the blight, you know. It doesn't seem to affect the tomatoes here too much on the hydroponic system.